Hello everyone, Dad back here again on our debt-free owner-operator series on American Truck Simulator. I hope you are all well and enjoying the series so far. I hope you've enjoyed the last little mini-series that came out, so the part 3 or 3-part of our trip down to Canales in Mexico. Exactly what I feared would happen has happened, and there was not a great deal amount of jobs. There was a job going from Canales up towards northern Mexico, close to the border to the States. However, it was considerably heavier than my truck could handle. Slept a couple of days, nothing really came up, so we have travelled over to the next town, which is what is the town called? Santiago Papasquiaro in Mexico. It's the next town over from Canales. We have got a load of lumber. We are having to go down to the very bottom of Mexico, which is somewhat irritating, but nonetheless that's the job that we've got. We also have another issue with Mexico, and it seems to only be Mexico specifically. If I just bring up the mini-map, so this says 432 mile job. It's a 27-hour drive. However, on the delivery window they only give you 16 hours to deliver it. So before you even start, the job is going to end up being late by the time we get there, and that's before you even counter the fact that there's going to be sleep needed and everything like that. So, and I think that's largely to do with a lot of the terrain in Mexico being quite difficult to traverse. So we may unfortunately have to get rid of Mexico on this series, because I will do this job. I got lucky on the last job that we didn't get a late fee because we were basically dead on time. However, this one is considerably more behind time. But he was letting us go then, and then he started driving. Yeah, so this one is already essentially late by the time you get down there. So I don't really know how it's going to happen, how it's going to work, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when we get there, what the fee is and everything like that, because I do quite like Mexico. I do like the scenery and everything, and the way they've done the little villages and little towns and stuff. But yeah, we can't be having lateness all the time, because we do need to make money. I've just had to spend about $1,500 on repairs from the last trip, because of crashes and just sort of bad terrain and stuff that's put wear on parts. Also had to refuel, that was $500 and something, and also realised that the high beam lights on this truck are not great, so I added to there's a little truck workshop there, and he gladly sorted me out with a couple of headlights, additional headlights on the bumper, on the fender. So yeah, we bought those, and that was about $100 for those, just 2 headlights. We could have got more, but I haven't quite decided what I want the light situation to be on the truck once it's all fully repaired, so didn't want to go overboard just in case we don't end up keeping them. So that was that. He did also offer me some of the rooftop chicken lights, but it was quite expensive for those, and that was going to be about $5 to get those, and I was like, well, as nice as that would look, I don't think really that's going to be doable for us right now, because obviously we are trying to save up that for that truck. But yeah, if the jobs keep giving me jobs that are going to be late because it doesn't factor in the terrain and the speed limit and stuff, which it should, then we will probably have to face facts and get rid of Mexico. Which is a shame, because it's been quite a nice drive through Mexico. I've enjoyed the scenery. Although it would have been a mega challenge, the job that I tried to do to sort of test in between episodes that would have been a really good job, really interesting job. It was a articulated loader from high up in the mountains on a three train lowboy. But as I said previously, my truck is quite underpowered for the side, for that kind of work. So as soon as I hit the first incline, well, the first part wasn't terrible, other than the fact that it was quite bad terrain to be driving. The second part, however, that's when it started, and I hit the first little hill and just stopped. So it was a no-go on that one, which I think is probably going to be the story of this truck, because it's there's only one powered axle, which itself is problematic, but that does then mean, because there's no other configurations for the chassis, there's there's no other configurations of the chassis, so that means I can't get more powered axles or anything like that. So that does mean that probably in the long run of this series, a lot of the heavy haulage stuff is probably going to be, or the heavier haulage stuff is probably going to be out of balance, even when we get a bigger engine. That helps us out a little bit, but it still leaves us a bit lacking on the traction point. Yeah, and then the other problem is then this is obviously going further down into Mexico. Looks like it's going down to the southern edge of Mexico, or Mexico that's available on J brake. Yeah, so it goes right down south. So what that means is we're then going to have to do a mammoth job to get back into America, even if there is anything there. So we'll have to see. And the problem, of course, is that you can't see a location's jobs until you've unlocked that location. So as we haven't done any of Mexico, we've only unlocked a handful of cities here. Which means I can't see what the jobs are like down in that part. But like I said, it was literally the only job going, so there wasn't much I could do other than take it. But yeah, I hope everyone's well. I hope you've had a great week, whatever you've been up to. This is being recorded slightly ahead of time in the sort of thought of, like I spoke about before, trying to get a little bit ahead on the content, get a little bit of a buffer, so when sort of life things crop up, it's not a huge issue. I said the last Mexican episode, I was initially planning to do it in 2 episodes. I had to extend that to 3 because of the terrain, as you saw in the video. The roads weren't particularly great, and most of the roads, when you get into sort of the villagey areas, they are 25-mile-per-hour roads. I haven't make this light either. Yeah, they're 25-mile-per-hour road, and they've got a lot of slow-moving traffic on them as well. So Alrighty, so we've made it past those these roadworks. I did have to reload in because there was an issue where the traffic just stopped moving. So it's loading back in. We're now with the rain, that's fine. What the lights we do. So yeah, it's like I said, the terrain is challenging in Mexico, which is good. You know, I quite like a challenge, but it's
continue straight.
It's not good from a jobs point of view, because obviously if I'm spending double the length of time the game is allowing me on deliveries, then that means we're going to be having extra fees that we wouldn't otherwise incur, which obviously we're on the GDC profile here, so you know, that does have an impact on our finances. We're trying to save up to get a trailer, so you know, it's not ideal to be paying out additional cost, albeit a small amount, but you know, nonetheless it's stuff that we could sort of do without having to pay. And then we'll want to get up into Mexico. Not Mexico, we're in Mexico now. We'll want to get up into Canada at some point to see what that's like. Hopefully that's not as bad. Yeah, hopefully ProMods Canada. I don't expect that it will be, but hopefully there's no issues with ProMods Canada. Just because I quite like having the extra road space as we wait for SCS to bring out the official patches, the official states that they're working on. It's quite nice to be able to add on extra things. And like I said, Reformer and Canada are, in my opinion, probably two of the best map mods for ATS in terms of quality and sort of stability. That's the right word. So it'd be a shame to get rid of it, but like I said, it's all a money game. It's all about balancing the finances. You know, with taking the hit of the realization that we're probably never going to be able to do any massive heavy haul loads, which will obviously impact our money there, because they're generally the ones that pay.
400 meters, turn left.
Pay the best. So we have discovered. Let's navigate our way around here. Let's roll. Yeah, you know, the news, the channel's doing really well. We are flying towards 200 subs, which is absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you that has taken the time to subscribe to the channel. It does genuinely mean the world to me, more than I would ever think. Like I've said many a time, you know, I never started this with any delusion of becoming really sort of big in the YouTube space for trucking or anything like that. So it's yeah, 200 is awesome. that we can continue on the road. I think we're at 186 right now at the point of recording this. I'm hoping we could clear 200 by the end of February. That would be absolutely awesome. Like I said, one of my main goals this year is to get the first stage of monetization, which is allowing channel memberships and the like. Like I said, it's not not because I want people to donate to me or anything like that. It's just I can open up channel memberships to you guys and give a little bit more back. So I do have a current channel membership set up, but it's on Ko-Fi, which I think it's like $150 a month, or you can donate through there as well. But the problem with that is it's harder to integrate with YouTube.
400 meters, turn right.
To essentially encouraging people to
turn right.
leave YouTube, which then that means they leave watching your video. So it's yeah, if we could do it integrated with the YouTube memberships platform, that's far better. Still get the same control on pricing and things, but it's easier, more easily integrated. I will apologise in advance if there are any sort of quiet spots in the audio. I'm still battling a cough/cold right now, so I'm occasionally having to mute the mic to try and catch the coughs. I'm always wary of muting the mic because it leaves like a really clinical sort of no vocal spot in that section. So if you do hear some weird odd spots, then it's largely because we are battling a cough, and I don't want you guys to be, and I don't think this is a just getting confused by the trucks and the like, because they're all sort of hugging the hard shoulder line. But we can make it work. Very good. So we'll build up a bit of speed now. We can go 62 on these roads. Obviously, as you witnessed in the first episode, was my Spanish is not very good, so I'm not going to try and pronounce some of these towns and stuff that we're going through, just because
and 10, turn left.
I know that they will. I know that I'm not very good at it.
Turn left.
Let's go.
Keep right. And pin. Exit right.
Alright, so we're going to Zacatecas.
Exit right.
Got what looks to be a some kind of big supermarket or something on the right here. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed about the job that I tried to sort of take, because it actually would have been
Turn right.
a really interesting job. It was high up in the mountains. I shared some pictures in the Discord actually of that attempt at the job. It was high up into the mountains. I had to go through like a quarry essentially to get it, past some like graveyards and stuff, some abandoned villages, and then we picked the load up at the top of this mountain, and there was a little random airport with some old dodgy planes there, so pretty sure it was a drug smuggling operation at the top of the mountain there. So we discovered Durango.
Keep right. And pin. Turn right.
Gonna come off right here. I think just on our right we've got
Turn
a
right.
bit of a refuse centre. Like a waste treatment facility or something. Let's get rolling. Get up some speed now. Hopefully we've got some of this good road some time to come. I am a bit now conflicted about what to do with the truck, with the realization that with the single drive axle and there's no possibility of getting it as a sort of a dual drive axle, because that would give us a lot more traction. I am a bit torn. We're currently trying to focus on getting a trailer. I now think, do we sort of scrap that idea off for now and we go for a new engine instead? Now, the new engines are quite expensive. I think they start at around 25 or 30,000 for a small gain, all the way up to about 55. So it's considerably more than the trailer if we wanted to go full spec, which I think if we went full spec that would give us about 600 or so horsepower. So yeah, that would give us a bit more horsepower. It would probably give us an extra 700 torque. New meters of torque, guys. So that would go some way, but we are still always going to have that if we end up doing sort of poor terrain jobs where there's the chance, because what was happening is because the terrain was so poor on that heavy haul job that in places the axle that drives the powered axle wasn't actually touching the ground. So if it's not touching the ground, then it can't drive. So so we've got the Bodega Harara over there. Now I know bodega is shop, so that is a shop. Vincente Guerrero, as we've just discovered, or something to that effect. Again, apologies for me butchering the Spanish language. Everyone is watching. So, just keep on rolling on through. That's a inspection booth for the way back there, I think. We just went past on the left side. I don't know if we... Bienvenidos Zacatecas is where we are. I think that's where we're delivering as well, is it not? Can't quite recall. A toll booth up ahead, I can see that on the mini-map. Let's get rid of that again. So just coming through the toll booth here to the Unidad Regional de Seguridad. Hopefully we can just drive through and won't need to stop. Tollers going the other way. Who knows? Yeah, you see what I mean there? The speed is just scrubbing off on a hill. And this isn't even a massively heavy load. This is like 28,000 pounds, I think. Obviously that does nothing for our fuel consumption, and that also does nothing for our job delivery time. Like currently on 14 hours left and
continue
8 hours on the line. Straight says down here. If you have played Reforma Mexico on your own save, do let me know in the comments down below what you thought. Like I said, I like it, as the graphics are good, the quality is good, the stability is good. It's just it just seems to be that of the two jobs that I've taken so far, neither of them particularly had enough delivery time to get to the delivery location because of the roads. and that's the only thing I can assume it is because of the roads. They get, when you get out of the main, like this is not too bad because it's been 56, 62 most of the way, but as soon as we get off this sort of highway, freeway, then I'm sure we're going to be back into that sort of undulating, bad roads, low speed limit. So I remember saying the job was given like 40 hours left and we only had another 600 or so miles to go. I remember sort of saying, well, actually, hang on, I don't think that's right, because it doesn't seem like to me that it would take that long to drive that amount of time, but it turns out I was wrong. Should be okay for fuel. We will need to get some sleep in about 5 hours time. So I think so let me just pull up the map a sec so we can at least try and plan out, because we're going all the way down here. So we go here. That's so we've got a rest stop coming up here. That is hour and 46 away. So if we've got 5 hours, because what I don't want to do is try and chance getting to the finish line. It's not a race. Try and get to the delivery point, and then we run out of sleep. So if I do that one, that's 3 hours 47. What if I came off? That's a garage that you'd have to buy to get the sleep spot. What if we... no, that takes too long. I think our best bet is here. Looks like there's a truck service stop there. That's 3 hours 45. And then that would see us on through to delivery then. I will do that. So then, yeah, that'll be fine.
The Secret Service has your back, and so do I. Let's go.
Let's see if we can get a shift on. How we managed to avoid a no sleep violation on the last one as well, I've no idea. I did sort of mention that I thought fines for collisions were broken, because I had a couple of crashes unfortunately in the other Mexican episodes, and yeah, didn't get fined for them. Was expecting a hefty fine, didn't get it, didn't come. So I was a bit like, oh, you know, obviously great for money, monetarily wise, but I don't want to be accused of cheating. So I'm wondering now if the fines that I run a fines mod that basically stops the fines for headlight usage. Just because then you know, I'll justify that before anyone sort of thinks that I'm sort of giving myself an easier ride. The only reason that I am doing that, running that the headlights fine mod, is because the game expects you to use headlights at times that I probably wouldn't use headlights. Like for example, I've had a headlight fine up for about 4:30 in the day before, in the afternoon when it's still broad daylight outside. So the reason that I decided to run that mod was because you know, I don't think that's very realistic. Granted, if I was running around in the dark at night, no headlights on, fair enough. At 7 a.m. in the morning, 7:30, 8 a.m. in the morning, or 4:30, 5 in the evening, still it's broad daylight. You know, that to me is a time that you wouldn't necessarily use your headlights anyway. You'd use driver discretion. So that's why I run that one, because it's to me it makes absolutely zero sense to receive a fine for that. But to cut the story short, that I'm wondering if that is impacting the rest of the fines as well. If it is, obviously I'll take that off, because I'm not looking for, you know, this series hasn't been about an easy ride.
Keep left.
Because God knows if I wanted an easy ride, I could have done it. I could have just put on like one of those money cheats that like starts your profile off, gives you like 50 levels and $10 million, and you know, you end up, you can buy the best truck straight away, fully spec'd out, 2 or 3, 4 or 5 or 6 of them. So yeah, I don't want this, I'm not wanting this series to be easy, as I'm sure you all know. So yeah, if I test it and it is that mod, then I'll just take that mod off. And I'll just have to get more on the ball with headlights. I'm hoping that we can keep this episode to under an hour. We're currently 41 minutes delivery. 41 minutes recording. But that is raw record time. That doesn't include anything that gets snipped out, like the beginning bit where I'm just positioning the truck, or me taking screenshots for the thumbnail and that kind of stuff. That all accumulates up for a few minutes. But generally, and the bit where we had to restart the save, generally it's close to or to runtime, or within a few minutes of it. So I know if I'm looking at the recording clock, we're at 42 minutes right now, then I know that means we are probably going to have an episode that's about 40 minutes as of right now. So, alrighty, so we are gonna have to have a rest stop.
Keep left.
Should need to come out of cab for. I think the rest stop is down here. Just put my map up again. The rest stop is in here. Down here. Don't need to go down this bit, that's where the garage is. Oh, it's up there, I see. It's a big like service station. What I'll do as well is I will clear the pin off, because the pin will
Let's get going.
tell us
The
to go a
leaders of
different
many
place.
foreign nations await your arrival. Let's roll. We owe it to our children to have you arrive safely.
This looks like a truck stop to me. Just pull in here and sleep, hopefully. Yep. Let's just pull up here. A little rest. So, as of right now, we are late. Let's see. Onto our map just so we can figure out where we need to be. Got a left turn.
Keep left. And pin, turn left.
Okay, thanks Morgan, buddy. Appreciate you.
Turn left.
To come over. Right, let's pick up some speed now. Let's get rid of that. You can see. Like I say, it's not, you know, it's not a bad place, Mexico. It's not a bad place at all. It's a nice one for free. It's pretty darn good.
Keep
so
right.
I will leave a link in the description below if you want to add this to your own saves, your own profiles. Likewise, the GDC economy mod, I will leave a link to that as well. That is currently in. There's a stable version that's released on the Steam Workshop. There is also a beta test ongoing for an updated version, which is GDC Economy mod times 10, basically. Down this way, I believe. Probably not far out from delivery because you can start seeing the little pin in the top window, top of there. Zacatecas has been discovered. I believe we are going to drive through Zacatecas. To get to where we need to go. We'll just stop for lights, I believe. Alrighty, let's pull up. But on our timer, we've got 7 hours of driving left. As I said, we're already late. Thing is, see, because this is exactly the point I was trying to highlight. Although we've got, it's only 100 miles, but it reckons it's 7 hours, so figure that one out. From what I can see, it's all sort of freeways. more or less. Let's roll. Let's try and get through these lights. Stay green, thank you, thank you. That'll be why, because we're on the through Zacatecas. We are on the slow road. We're up to 56 now. Let's bump up some speed. Pick her up. Let's pedal to the metal, baby. We're on about splitting the gears at the minute as well to get the speed up. I'm lucky that I've got a shifter with a range and splitter function on it. Naughty little pass on the right. Want to be in this lane. I think we want to be on this side. We'll just watch our speed a little bit because
keep left.
It's raining. As I spoke about before, it is treacherous out here when it's raining. That's just in the game in general. It's like the road turns into an ice rink.
Keep left.
Alrighty, keeping left. Little toll booth here. Let's just roll on through. Cheers very much. Thanks, Drive. Thanks, Checker. This guy's been pulled over for an inspection by the looks of it. Yeah, that's the other thing about Mexico. There's a lot of stop, start, stop, start. Get your speed up, then you gotta stop. Get your speed up, then you gotta get a stop. Obviously, when you start off, especially because I haven't got a lot of power, the truck does struggle to get up to speed on these sort of heavier loads. It's all good. It's all good. We're 85 miles out from delivery point right now. Another 5.5 hours of driving. See if we can pick the speed up. If we can get to the speed limit, that would be awesome. Jake break. We are making good time though. In general, like obviously, if we had enough time for the job, we'd be making good time. We are late. I don't know what the fine will be. A couple of hundred, maybe 1,000. I don't know about 1,000 because the job's not worth 1,000. But like I said, that's largely going to it's going to largely impact the decision to keep or get rid of Reform in Mexico, depending on the amount of fine. Because if the fine is massive, I don't anticipate that it will be, but if the fine is huge, then it's essentially pointless to have it on because the job is going to be late every time. Yeah, if I'm already pulling out of the depot and the customer expects a delivery before it's feasibly doable in the time limit available, then these jobs are basically next to pointless. Factor in cost and repair costs. Well, because if you think the first job that we did paid us about 3,500, I think. Off the top of my head, this job is paying us about 1,500 as well. So
right.
what's that, about 5 grand roughly?
Right.
Give or take. And
Exit right.
whoa. Slam. Not good. Is it? Got the old four-ways on. Those are my new lights down the bottom there. You can see them on the bumper. Alright, let's try and sort this mess out. That is why you go slow on corners, especially in the rain. Otherwise you end up decking into a crash barrier. But exactly as the last episode, that was a pretty hard collision, did some damage to the truck, but no fine. So I don't know what that's about. Like I said, if it's the headlights fine mod, which I'll take off or test on another profile, then obviously I'll take that off. Take the four-ways off now, I think. Speed limit drops down to 37 anyway, so we're all good here. We are really coming close to our delivery spot now. Yeah, we're doing our thing. I am looking forward to getting a trailer, just because the trailer will actually help us as well with the cost of fuel and stuff. So this is interesting because I actually can't see the goddamn thing. I don't even see the road or anything. I think very slightly see
In
the centre line of the road.
Turn left.
Hopefully this doesn't hang on. There's a car there. This is some intense fog. I'm gonna have to give you some of this angle for now.
Turn left.
A very loud one though. I see the junction. Alrighty. This is no joke. Probably explain why it's another 2 hours on the job, because we're going to drive at bloody stupid speed. There's not really any reason for this road to be a 19-mile-per-hour road. Pinos discovered. Guy's going to cause a crash, carrying on driving like that. Reckon as long as I stay in, maybe I'll stay in this view, I can hug the line. Should be alright. We've got 29 miles to go, hour and 58 minutes. Reckon we are going to be 19 miles per hour all the way. We're over an hour on recording time. I'm not going to split this off into 2 parts because we've probably only got another 10 minutes of recording to do by the time I cut off. 10 minutes of that. Oh, go, go, go with 50. Nice. Not too sure about doing 50 in this fog, but does pick up the speed a little bit, does get us there a bit quicker, so. Now we're going. Yeah, this fog is really ridiculous. I wouldn't normally do this out of cab. Long, but as you can see, just can't see a damn thing. This is probably easier for now because I can at least hug the centre line, and then I know that I'm sort of there or thereabouts on road position. But as I've shown in the past, out of cab driving is not my strong suit. So we're about 7 miles, 6 miles out now, barreling through. Hopefully the parking job is easy. I think also we've benefited from the fact this is a lovely straight road so far.
Turn left.
We are going to put our blinkers on, start slowing down.
Turn left.
Turn is up here. Hopefully nothing's coming, but I can't see even if there was.
You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
No. Yeah, I can't see. Can't actually see where the delivery spot is. So, yeah. It's around here somewhere. very much that I'm going to be able to see it, but it's right there. Let's see what we can do here. I think what we are going to have to do, guys, and I hope you'll forgive me, but we are going to have to skip this delivery park job because there's no chance. So, yeah, lumber delivered from Santiago Papasquiaro to Pinos. Pay was 1,040. It was a little bit more than that, but 1,040, and it was $194 late penalty. We lost some XP as well. So pay for the job, $846. When you factor in the fact that we had to top up fuel, $560 or so there, probably used half of that. Plus we had to repair the truck. Plus we had a crash. So that job was basically next to useless or worthless to us. But that is going to do it for us this episode, guys. Sorry, it's been a slightly longer one. We're going to have to make some decisions about Mexico, I think, at the moment. Purely, I do really enjoy the Mexico, Reform of Mexico add-on. I think it's a great map. I think the quality, stability, and all of that stuff is right there. It just seems like the jobs I've done so far, they don't give you enough time to complete. Now, that may well be a mod conflict, which I will need to have a look into, if that is a possibility. If that is a possibility and we can find the conflict, then it may be a case of we can take off that mod and sort that out. If it's not a mod conflict, then there's two alternatives. One is we take Reformer off and we just don't do Mexico, or the other is we find one of those longer for delivery mods that sort of lengthens the time that you have to deliver. But anyhow, that's going to do it for now. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you are enjoying our trip down into Mexico. We will pick this back up on the next episode, and we will let you know on that episode what we've decided to do. So then, guys, take care. If you've enjoyed the video, smash the like button, hit the subscribe, and we're well on the road to 200. You take care, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks.